Alright, let's get into it. It's actually been a minute since I played this for the stream. I kind of did forget about it for a little bit, but we are coming up pretty soon on the end, and I can kind of wrap up this playthrough. I do at some point want to come back and do some of the missions just for fun. I might snack on it a little bit, but this was a game I felt was important for me to play, at least to establish a backlog of sorts for my stream. Plus, it's a game I really like. It's one of my favorites. Gamma was one of the most interesting characters to come out of this game, I think. And I'm glad that his gameplay actually got saved going into Sonic Adventure 2, but the idea of playing as one of Eggman's robots is really cool.
Report to the rear of the ship. Hurry!
This was an era of the Eggman interpretation that was incredibly cruel, and I think that was the interpretation in a lot of the comic books, that Robotnik was just a very cruel person, and any humor that came from him was coincidental or against him, like at his expense. He didn't really become a funny villain until later. But even in this game, he's a bastard.
How can I serve you, Dr. Robotnik? Eradicate all of those menaces! Give them all you got! Aye, aye, sir. I will comply. I'm counting on you, Gamma!
And he just stays in the background.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Stop, Mr. Robot!
Amy?
Hey, Mr. Robot. I know you're not an evil sort. Wait, remember me?
So this brings in a question for me. Is this the robot itself, like the program recognizing its own free will? Or is this the bird inside actually, like, gaining control of the robot's,
Amy!
like, conscience?
Oh, I really don't get this.
Sonic, look! The egg carrier's losing altitude!
We've got to split! Take Amy and go!
What will you do?
I'll nail that Eggman! He must be stopped at all costs!
Thanks again for saving me as usual, Sonic. And how are you, my metal friend? It's dangerous here. Why not leave Eggman and come with us?
Why do you help me?
It is interesting that Amy is the one to do this, since she's chased by a robot for most of the game.
Time we met, even Birdie wants the best for you. You must ditch that awful Eggman.
Amy, come on!
We'll meet again, my robot friend.
I think I just like Gamma's design a lot, too. There's something about him that feels very motorcycle-like. I think it's the wheels and, like, the exhaust and frame.
Dr. Robotnik. Enemy. Master registration. Deleted. E-Series. Friends. Must save.
It's pretty cool. What's up? It is a bit
Have the
gruesome.
Stone of wind. Gusts of strong winds are known to blow in the caves.
The idea that the way of saving your friends is by blowing them up. I'll say it again just because it's probably been a while, but something that I enjoy about Sonic Adventure over Sonic Adventure 2 is the fact that every level is designed to have accessibility for every character, at least most of the stages. Like, Hot Shelter doesn't actually get played through by Sonic, but it means that every level has like a diorama feel, where there's different parts of it that can be explored differently. And I like that. Interesting, there are no sound effects. But we do get to listen to the music, which is nice. I guess I should clarify as well, since it's been a while, but this is a modded version of Sonic Adventure DX that is using AI upscaling for many of the textures. But they're based off of the original Dreamcast models, or materials and models. And a lot of the other mods that I've got
The robot you're looking for is up ahead.
are mainly quality of life, like a couple upscales, a couple just like patches, fixes for quality of life, but the major ones would be like movement changes or collision changes that I've got that make it so that when you run into a wall you don't glitch out all weirdly.
E-103 Delta.
Perish.
Rescue complete.
Hey, bestie. Thanks for tuning in. Pretty much on the downward half of like the second half of E102 Gamma's story, so we're wrapping this up pretty fast. It's good. It's funny because I can play this game basically without thinking. Monkey Guard. I mean, I need to go to... I say that as I'm trying to remember where I need to go. I remember where I need to go. No, but it's a comfy game. It's a game I played a lot as a kid and as an adult, and that I just find really, really cozy. Did you happen to play any more games after I left? And if so, hopefully you won them. I got so frickin' lucky with my placements. It's so weird. Like, all of them had just people who didn't want to play the game, and that worked out for me. Like I was saying, it's cool because this area is so speed focused when you play it as Sonic. Like, it's supposed to be a big spectacle area, but actually having to walk through it slowly as Gamma makes it really fun. It shows that there's actual detail in this area that's worth exploring. Not to say Adventure 2, the sequel, doesn't have detail, it's just, it feels a lot more like what I've come to call race car Sonic, where the level just feels like it's a straight line with a bunch of alternate paths for shits and giggles. Let's see, you've played a couple, the first ones were ballin'. Oh. What is up with people just giving up? Is giving up common in League of Legends early? I like low elo. Let's see. Jinx is such a snowball. I didn't realize until I started laning with her. But if I can keep her alive and I can get her kills, she's terrifying. Well, shit, I'm glad I got the coin flip of having the people who didn't quit halfway through the game. Ow. Cheating. Full build at 26 minutes. Is that normal? What is full build time? Because I'm still learning timing.
Rescue complete.
I'm trying to think, because I can get Lulu. Oh Jesus, 22 kills.
E-104 Epsilon. Rescue mission accomplished.
I can get Lulu, yeah, around 20.
E-105 Zeta. E-101 Beta. Location unknown.
Yeah, so this is the story of a robot who just said, you know what, fuck the system, fuck Eggman. I'm gonna blow up the other robots and save the animals in them. This never happened again in the Sonic story. I think except for, like, Emerald, technically. But yeah.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Tell me, Mystic Sphere, where do I go?
Egg carrier crash site. You might find something.
Oh, right, Zeta is the big one. I also miss hub worlds. I miss old games having these big areas where you can just fuck around and move around and not worry about objectives. I kind of wish that the action levels could be explored that way.
E-Series data. Beginning search.
Sonic lore has been... Sonic lore is as chaotic and nebulous as Sonic himself.
Hot shelter sector now.
See, I grew up with SADX, like Freedom Fighter Sonic, Bunny Rabbit, Rotor, Archie. I remember when Sonic was... I don't want to say it because I don't know if it breaks TOS, but Sonic was like a domestic, you know, he fought against a corrupt system. That's not Hot Shelter. Yeah, even Sonic on the Sega machines, he was a little prick. He wasn't like a, oh, friends are my power. He was just like, what? Get out of here. I want to sit here and sit on the beach and you're fucking with me. Oh. Yeah. My favorite interpretation of Sonic has been this old Sonic cartoon movie. It was gonna be a full-length, like, series, Sonic TV series in Japan, but they only got 2 episodes out, so they made it into, like, a little movie. But in that one, Sonic just straight up says, no, I'm not gonna save the world. That sounds... I don't trust y'all. And they have to beg him to actually do it, and that seems like the actual attitude of Sonic. Like, I don't want to deal with your problems. Well, Sonic was always designed to be the anti-hero. He was the anti-Mario, so he was supposed to be anti-family friendly, even though he was a family-friendly mascot. But that just kind of, I mean, he's like the Loki of video game mascots. He's just an element of chaos, no matter what form he takes. I kind of love him for it. Oh, I want that. Grab me. I haven't been really even talking about the gameplay here, but... Talk about dynamic. This stuff is so fun. See, this is, I think, where the era that platforming kind of became less of a factor for Sonic and speed became more the issue, or focus. What am I doing? When I think of the GameCube, I think of a lot of platformers, like Billy Hatcher, I think of Sly, I think of Super Mario. There's so many platformers, but it seems like after that, a lot of them transitioned to a lot, I don't know, everything became an action adventure and kind of lost its platforming roots. Mario's the only one that seems to have stuck to its roots, and I mean, with Wonder and Odyssey, Nintendo has been killing it. Tom and Jerry platformer. I don't know if there's a GameCube one. I'm thinking of the Scooby-Doo stealth game. I would almost argue that, like, the original God of War was more of a platformer than the new God of War. Not that I have any particularly strong feelings about the new one since I haven't played it. I've only seen gameplay. I don't feel fully authorized to give an opinion on it yet, but I don't feel obligated to play it, so that's kind of telling. See, I've had the privilege of having access to lots of different gaming systems at different points in my life. Not all of them at the same time. It's just, you know, I had an Atari at a family's house that I've frequently visited. I had a GameCube at home. I had a PlayStation at a friend's house. So I got bits and pieces. My life is full of bits and pieces of weird video games. You haven't played the OG, just the new one? I mean, it looks great. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that Kratos... See, I'm of the opinion that the change in story from kill everything Kratos to oh my god, what have I done? Like, I need to contemplate myself is actually kind of funny and perfect for the next evolution of God of War. I mean, that's just a logical conclusion. You kill everybody, and now you just have to sit on a rock and be like, well, shit. Your mom had all the old systems. Oh, did you have a gamer mom? I had a gamer mom. I got into PC because technically Age of Empires was an educational game, so we could play it together. Hell yeah, gamer moms are great. She was in a quote-unquote top guild in World of Warcraft, but oh, both your parents? Nice. The most my dad has played is like Legend of Zelda. Like the original.
Beta.
Ooh, Vox Machina. See, my problem is that I'm really bad about watching other people play D&D. I'm in a D&D group, but I don't have the patience to watch other people play it, so I've got Vox Machina lore by osmosis. Like, I don't know all of it. I just know the important parts. Alright, come on, motherfucker. This is the final boss of Gamma. And honestly, great music, great boss fight. Ooh. Oh, I see a big block of text. Give me 1 second. I'm gaming. Gaming. Come on, charge. Get me. I'm trying to base charge. Come on. Why is he not charging? Maybe I need to actually shoot down all those little projectiles. Oh shit. Well, that's lore accurate. He hit me, I hit him. Okay, the ending is very emotional, so let me read this real fast.
Mission complete.
Oh yeah, patience in D&D. Yeah, I can't do like the full 5-hour campaigns. I like the one-offs. Ooh. I also like the weird tabletop campaigns for like horror settings, like Call of Cthulhu or like mystery settings, but well, let me interrupt to this very emotional moment. It's so janky, it's so cheesy, but it still gets me. Like, that's sweet. Pretty sick for a Sonic story. Like, a legit character dies off, which they can do because he's a robot. And technically it's better since the animal is free, but that was a legitimate thinking being that no longer exists. My brain is huge? What makes you say that? You call me fat-headed? I appreciate that. What you're looking at is a result of a creature that spent most of their life consuming video games. And I do mean probably most of my life. Most of my summer breaks, most of my time after school, most of my time as an adult. I find video games to be a fascinating medium of communication. It's art. From the shittiest game to the best game to the games made in a basement to the games made by Sega or a AAA studio, all of it. It's a medium that requires interaction. Unlike a book or a movie, the player has to involve themselves in the events of the story. They are solely responsible for the actions of whatever character they're controlling, and that itself creates one of the most fascinating user experiences ever. Sorry. I play a lot of video games, so I guess I have to find ways to justify it. Oh, can you change your ID? How often can you do that? And oh, I'd like to believe that Gamma's personality was the bird, but I don't know. I mean, I don't need to change my username, but I didn't know if I don't know if you could, like if it was permanent. All right, well, let's finish the last campaign. Let's do some supersonic.
Select your character.
I also love the earnestness with it's camp. All of this is camp. The graphics, the models, the animation, the camera is so bad, but they are trying so hard with what they've got, and it's adorable. I love it.
Ooh, I hate that Sonic. He always seems to get in my way.
Master Emerald is where it belongs. But Angel Island is
Every
so
90
low.
days. That seems about right.
This doesn't make any sense. Maybe those Chaos Emeralds that I brought back with me have something to
I don't know
do
if you
with
know
what's
this, but
happening.
something that I find awesome about this game is that most of the textures you see that regard the ruins are based off of, or are actually, photographs of Aztec, Aztec, Incan, Mayan ruins that the Sonic team actually went to go visit during their trip.
Chaos
Is what?
They went on a trip because they thought, what would be a cool place for Sonic to go? And so they went to check out some ancient ruins, and they loved it so much that they made a game about it.
Guess Eggman learned his lesson. Yep. And maybe I'll take another vacation somewhere.
Sonic!
Hey there, Tails! Did you find the tornado too?
Never mind that.
Oh, power slide.
Angel Island is falling again.
Hey, no way! Who blew it this time?
Oh, I don't know. But
Who
we
blew it
better
this
hurry.
time? Literally, Sonic was just chilling, and then the end of the world just happened to happen. And since Sonic is the only one who can do it, he's fine, I'll go do it. Damn.
Sonic,
How good
sorry.
was it?
Knuckles and Eggman, what happened here?
Oh, you'll know which
Stole my
one when I
Chaos
see it.
Emeralds
Did you change it to be
and Chaos.
the same as your
Still
Twitch?
alive. What?
Ah, he's not gonna get away with this.
Hey, Eggman, wait up! Sonic. Chaos
Is there a way to like see the friends menu and your profile without opening the launcher?
No need to explain. We'll get on it. Tails?
Right.
What? Oh, jeez. This place. It looks familiar. It's not a dream after all.
Just trust you'll know. Oh no. Gonna be like V's left shoe or something, or left glove.
Get out of my way!
No way!
Did you hear what I said?
I won't obey!
We need those 7 emeralds to get total power. It's power for the people, and they are your people too, you know. We must get that emerald.
Greed is our enemy. Once it starts, you will always want more. Please don't do this. I beg you.
Bah! I don't listen
Bah.
to the words of a child. Ready, men? Charge!
Look at this shit. This is old Archie Sonic stuff. Like the Echidna tribe. Ah, I miss this. I miss murder. No, but seriously, Sonic was edgy. I miss edgy Sonic.
Oh, it's a monster!
I have a name. Oh, Chaos.
No!
Oh, I was legit about to just walk away.
Hey, are you all right?
He is the OG Edlord.
I think so.
He had old commercials where old women would be like, "Oh, that's Sonic. I just can't stand him.
No, no, no!
His spiky hair."
Wait up!
The 7 emeralds are the servers. Chaos is power, enriched by the heart. The controller serves to unify the chaos.
Wow, wow.
The 7 emeralds can change our thoughts into power. If this emerald controls that power, please, you must stop him.
Sonic! Wake
I hate
up!
that this has nothing to do with anything else ever in Sonic.
I was on a snooze cruise, I guess.
Yeah, this is face.
Good thing you're okay. You just sorta conked out there. Knuckles left already. Come! We gotta go after the last emerald.
Lead the way.
It should still be on board the tornado too.
Mort approaching me after his ult. Tails face. Oh.
No!
It was optimal.
The train headed for Station
Speedrunner
Square
tactic.
will be departing soon.
Look! It's the tornado too!
Oh, I never noticed it was actually
Yeah,
damaged.
So let's get the Chaos Emerald and leave.
I thought it was just a regular model. That's
What?
cool.
No! He's got the last emerald!
Now what do we do?
Well, now what are we gonna do? Oh, bother. Also, these videos have been upscaled as well. My dream is to be able to have the project files for these old cinematics so I could actually see like how these are put together. That's so metal. You're in gaming school? What does that entail?
If I wasn't just dreaming, that monster is a real menace.
Wow, the AI is not doing favors on some of these buildings. It does not know what to do with it.
Looks like he's after Chaos too.
This egg carrier tool was made because
Oh, you're going to school for game development? That is sick.
your master's
See, the problem is that I am so fucking ADHD that I find game development fascinating, and I've committed a large amount of time to understanding the theory. Like I've used Unity, Game Maker, but I've not received any formal education. I'm blasting off again.
I've had enough. Who do you think you are, anyway? Oh, it's you.
I have a voracious appetite for learning random bits of nonsense knowledge.
Chaos.
I don't know, I just like
Master Emerald.
learning how things become. I find game development fascinating as a sense of evolution and the sort of,
Along with Chaos's
all video games boil down to communication.
anger
And understanding the form of communication that's being used, the accent, I guess, the timbre, the volume, the tone. I find that fascinating.
Look! He's absorbed the Emerald's power. He must be sealed in the Master Emerald now.
How can that help? It won't change how he feels inside, will it? His
That's
heart
deep,
will still
Sonic.
remain in turmoil, and his anger just won't vanish. He'll just be trapped forever.
What choice do we have?
When that one dude in your friend group suddenly drops like the most deep thing you've ever heard.
Hey, Sonic!
Amy,
Create your own engines, honestly.
Take this!
Yeah, honestly, I've been wanting to create my own engine for a game simply
Hey guys,
because
what's up?
there's so much,
Chaos only uses
I don't want to
the
call it
negative
bloat,
power of
but
the
it's
emerald.
there's just so much packed into Unity and Unreal
Sonic, you
base
should be able to harness their
that
real
it-
power.
I don't,
As much as I hate to admit it,
it's too much.
I think Tails is right about this.
Go, Sonic! Yeah, Sonic!
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 Negative forces aren't the only way to empower the Chaos Emerald. Our positive feelings toward each other can make them work. Our hearts together form awesome power.
With the power of friendship, anything is possible. Finally, I can commit tax evasion. IRS, here I come. Fortnite? Like, what? Hyper-realistic horror game. I thought Fortnite was the Battle Royale game. Whoa. Oh, I see. Unreal does Fortnite, comma, the new hyper-realistic horror game everyone's raving about. So this boss fight was remade in Sonic Generations, which is another game I'll probably snack on at some point, but that boss fight is way better. But this, I don't know, this feels like a good video game ending boss. Uh-oh, you have an essay due? Whoa. Final Fantasy bosses, yeah. Big end of the world and friendship vibes. I'm not fast enough. Final Fantasy is a series that I have just never gotten into. Not for any lack of trying on Final Fantasy's part. It's just that it's not a series that grabs me. Trying to think, the games that I have like played have been Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I got through Midgar in Final Fantasy VII, and honestly, the Midgar story itself could have been the game, and it would have been a 10 out of 10 for me. But my interest just fell off after that for some reason. You've got to do essays for scholarships. Oh, yeah. But at least it's a little less strenuous. What other Final Fantasy? Oh, you know what? I played the original Final Fantasy 1. I played like a good 4 hours of it one evening, just because I had it on like some collection of games and was like, I owe it to myself. So I played a good amount of that and 2. But I'm having a hard time remembering it. Ooh, it sounds like your transcript is already pretty well padded. Oh, you... Okay, who's that character that summons the big tornado that goes halfway across the map and knocks you up? Not Yasua. Joshua? Joshua? Jana.
Hey, I'll play with you
Get
some
wrecked.
other time.
Wow, he's so much spikier. I never noticed that. That's cool. See, I'll admit, I'm confused about the resolution here. Yasuo? Yasuo. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Yasuo. I'm gonna call him Joshua.
Chaos has changed again, this time for the better.
Yeah! Supersonic must have neutralized it, so it's nice again.
Yeah, I don't understand the resolution here. So, Chaos was an entity inside of the Chaos Emerald that was an artifact being guarded by the Echidnas that the Echidnas wanted to use to win a war. But this angered Chaos, causing him to attack the Echidnas and send them somewhere.
They stayed alive for generations and now
To
live
call
peacefully with humans.
contained Chaos? Chaos was released, got his frustration out, then experienced happy emotions, realized he was being a dick, and now they resolve?
Harmony is restored and life goes on.
I think that's the story?
Thank you so much.
What the fuck? It's even got the sci-fi sound effects. Is it like Jaina, like the Frost Mage Jaina? Is that how you pronounce it? Or Janna, like Janet? Gotcha.
All's well that ends well, right? Sonic?
It's funny because I played Heroes of the Storm, Blizzard's MOBA, a ton, like for years, which is why I have the base skills for League. But Jaina feels the most. Brand honestly feels the most like Jaina, which is weird. But it's weird that my brain has all of these reserve information ready to apply to these characters, but isn't actually applicable. Like, I like Lulu because she's Brightwing. She's just literally Brightwing with better abilities. Fucking love this song. All of the vocal tracks in the original 3D Sonic games are great, and I'm okay saying that. Feel the burn. I have so many fond memories of having this music blasting in my room in the middle of the night. So Joshua and Joshua and Yane, Yasuo and Yone were brothers in Ionia who had a teacher. They went head to head and one of them died. Oh Jesus! Or was defeated. But to be more dramatic, it's assumed he's died. Okay, I understand. And Janna is the god who saved Zon when Piltover decided to. Oh my god, lol lore. I was actually just watching a video about Gangplank's death. Like, I didn't know about that. That was metal. Actually, like, having a character be off of rotation for a whole week. That's awesome. Wow, 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 wow. See, League does strike me as the kind of game that has not just lore, but layers of lore. Like, no, that's the old lore. Because I remember when League still looked like Warcraft, and that was a very different League than the League we have now. So I know there are characters who have gone through 20 different reworks. It's basically multiverse theory at this point. It's like that with Warcraft. Fuck. Man, I. Alright, I'm such a Warcraft 3 stan. I am old Warcraft. I don't like anything new Warcraft. Hell yeah. I want to fiddle around with a couple more things, and then I think I'm gonna hop onto League. Are you interested in messing around? Is your name gonna be streamer friendly?
Select a character.
I tried so hard to understand this game. I don't. Victor and Camille. I know, yeah, Piltover is probably the only, and Bilgewater Bay are the only areas that I know any amount of lore about. Oh. Look at this pole position nonsense. This was racing back in the arcade games. This was high-octane entertainment. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is to realize that the GameCube is retro. Motherfucker, when the GameCube came out, I thought that was it for gaming. I saw Melee, and I was like, oh, so this is video games forever now. Gangplank killed Miss Fortune's mom. Yeah, what is up with everyone in the League universe just being jerks to each other? Everyone's just creating reasons for everybody to go on these vengeful hunts and become heroes. I love that this game tries to use, like, the original game locations. You were born after the PS2 came out? Ugh. God, what are you, 12? Don't tell me that's been more than 20 years. If you do, I'm gonna scream. Ah! No. No. Time doesn't work like that. Okay. I'm a good driver. Okay, I'm done with this. Let's get on some League. I'm glad I managed to wrap up some Sonic Adventure. Oh, that had been on the docket for a while. I don't even need a BRB. I think I'm ready to hop right in. Are you joining in? Let's see, I bet you're already in. Let's see, I'm trying to give a point of reference for like what was around. I was born the same year I think that the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super NES, came out. Nope, the Sony PlayStation. Wait, no? Hold on. Yeah. 1994. God, Callista was on the front lines when the war. He was there when Viego. Okay, Viego seems like he's seen some stuff. He's a weird character. Died in the ruination. Oh my goodness.